The following is a presentation of Studio Audrain, powered by the Mexico Ledger.
And good morning, everybody. Welcome into the Mexico Ledger Saturday morning sports show, live from Slumberland Furniture here in Mexico. I'm your host, Matt Pilger, and we have got a busy sports show to get to. It has been wrestling state tournament going on in Colombia this week, and as a matter of fact, we want to say welcome to a couple of guys that just competed there. A gentleman who just coached there from Mexico High School Wrestling, head coach Jake Vitale, also freshman Trevor Cole, and Carlos Juarez Ramirez. Welcome into the show again, guys. Glad to have you here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Coach, just talk to us a little bit about the state tournament this year. 10 guys go in there, came home with the first team trophy since 2018. When you look back on those 2 days at Mizzou Arena, what stands out the most about this group?
Oh, I mean, just there's a lot of fight from every single guy. You mentioned that 2018 state title team. We took 11 kids that year. We had 4 kids not win a single match, and so this year taking 10, we kind of knew, like, hey, for us to be in the running for a team trophy, we're going to need a total team effort, and every single kid won a match. We only had 2 kids win one match. I mean, they all wrestled very tough. They all pulled off some wins that were needed, and getting 6 guys into the semis was huge for team points. I mean, it helped us get out to a pretty big lead at the end of day one, and kind of set us up for success for the tournament. There were a lot of coaches walking around down there talking about, where'd Mexico come from? Where'd they come from? Because a lot of the rankings had us down at 7th, 8th place. And we'd been kind of preaching to the kids all year, like, hey, we wrestle a tough schedule. We go out of state several times. So a lot of those wins that the kids are picking up don't really count towards any ranking points or anything like that. And so we knew we had some untapped potential there to kind of close the gap on some of those top teams, and we opened a lot of eyes. And we're excited because we get 9 out of 10 qualifiers back to continue on next year. So we get to keep building.
Yeah, nice starting block for next season for sure. Carlos, you are locked and loaded, stacked with medals all over yourself here. 3-time state finalist. Talk to us a little bit about your 2 first period wins, and then you beat Southern Boone's Peter Hayen in overtime. Talk to us a little bit about your tournament.
I mean, my first day, it was my first year of having a good first day, you know. Last year it was a tough way to get to the finals. But this year was an easy way to get into the second day. In my semifinals match, it was a good match. You know, I don't think I wrestled to my full potential, but, you know, I went out there and wrestled nonetheless, wrestled hard as best as I think I could. And it was just a fun day for me, honestly.
Yeah, a very fun day. Trevor, this was your first state tournament. As a matter of fact, you know, you're undefeated on the season going in there. Talk to us a little bit about the big stage over in Colombia. I know you've been to a lot of wrestling tournaments. Was it intimidating? Did you have the butterflies going, or were you were prepared and ready to go?
I was prepared and ready. It was fun. It really just was a new experience.
Yeah, pinning 2 opponents. First period earned a technical fall. Kind of talk to us about what was clicking for you early in the matches.
Just to go out there and fight, because I felt like the whole season worked up to this moment, and I just wanted to go out there and give it my all.
Coach Vitale, you had 6 kids medal this year, several in high-pressure matches that went the distance. I think you said you're finally getting your voice back a little bit. Talk to us about that experience being the head coach at this state tournament this year.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I mean, we said we got those 6 guys into the semis. Trevor pulled off a big win over someone who was actually ranked higher than him in the quarterfinals just to make the semis. Once he got there, he had an opponent he'd already beat this year, and he made quick work of him to earn that championship, to make it to the finals there. Carlos, same thing. Carlos kind of took care of his guys with, like you said, 2 first period pins and kind of locked that medal up for him earlier. And knowing that his semifinals was going to be against a tough opponent that we're now 3-1 against. So Logan Hilderman wrestled a great match in the quarterfinals. He pulled off a win over someone who'd beat him earlier this year. and got the pin in overtime. So that's a lot of team points for us that he earned there, and lost a heartbreaker in the semifinals, but bounced back strong, responded well to help the team get a lot more points on the backside by earning some big getting a tech fall. And then Kyler Carr also had a great tournament, dropped a heartbreaker, was winning till the last 30 seconds in the semis, but he also responded well, came back and earned bonus points on the backside. Grant Walker wrestled a great tournament. Grant Walker wrestled the last 2 weeks the best I've ever seen him wrestle. I mean, that's how you want your seniors to go out. You want them to come out and kind of help that team earn as much as they can. He pulled off from the 4 seed at districts to win that, and then set himself up great for state to come out in 4th. He was ranked outside the top 8 top 8 when we got to the tournament. He was outside the top 10 most of the season, so he kind of responded well when it was coming down towards the end for him. Travis Schrammick had a great tournament as well. Travis it was the second time qualifying, and he earned 3rd at districts and ended up taking top 6 in state, being ranked outside that top 6. So he also kind of exceeded his goals going into it and wrestled really well. Just a total team tournament there. I mean, they did a lot.
Absolutely. We're looking at the trophy over here on the table. It's on full display. Where does that go next? Does it get displayed at the high school, or do you get to keep it at your house for a couple of days, or how does all that work?
I've kept it long enough. We'll get it in there for the school for them to show off for everyone. So
Absolutely. Carlos, talk about your finals match. Caleb Dyer, incredibly tight match. It was a 1-0 match that went the distance. Kind of what was your mindset in that final, and what did you take away from that battle?
My thought going into it is that I needed the first takedown. That was going to decide the match, because last time we wrestled, I let him get the first takedown, and that decided the match, I think. And going into it, first period, I knew I needed that first takedown. Sadly, I didn't get it, and I tried to work for it in the second period, but I couldn't get it either. But I knew he was a tough opponent. I knew it was going to be hard, but I tried nonetheless. And I think I fell a little bit short, but, it's all right.
Yeah.
I got another year.
No doubt about it. Coming back for the senior year, kind of talk a little bit about what comes next for you, Trevor. I think at the end of March, there's a big tournament going on out of state. Tell us about that a little bit.
The goal now is just to get all prepared for Virginia and go out there and do the best I can possibly do and try to just win some matches.
Just win, baby. That's what it's all about. Carlos, are you going to the Virginia tournament as well?
Yep.
And what's kind of your preparation over the next couple of weeks? Do you get to take a couple of days off and relax and eat what you want for maybe a couple of meals?
Yeah. I mean, that's what I did last night.
What was the meal last night? I need to hear about all this.
I had like 20 wings.
You had what?
Wings.
Wings.
I had
All right.
like 20 wings.
20 wings.
I messed those wings up.
Yeah. Very nice.
But-
Trevor, are you eating good now too? Or?
Yeah, I had 3 cheeseburgers last night.
3 cheeseburgers. Oh man, I should have been over your guys' house last night. Coach, what's next? Virginia tournament. Obviously, you're going to get some guys prepared for that, I would imagine.
yeah, we're going to be there's going to be a group of guys. Trevor, Carlos, Logan Hilderman, and Travis Schrammick are all going to be preparing to go out to the National High School Coaches Association wrestling tournament out there. It's a big recruiting tournament. There's a freshman tournament, sophomore, junior tournament, senior tournament. You've got 50 to 100 colleges out there at all levels that have coaches go out to kind of start getting recruitment for, keep an eye on the kids they want to recruit once they hit that junior year. So I wrestled there. We took our state title team out there. We've had a lot of kids go out there and wrestle in the past, and that's a big reason why a lot of them all wrestled in college. So getting them to kind of get their name out there nationally, that'll be very helpful in helping them reach their goals if they're wanting to wrestle in college. So.
Very nice. Well, listen, it's WrestleMania season too, so I'm sure everybody be keeping their eye on that. But we want to wish you guys the best of luck. We'd love to keep that trophy over here, but I know it's got to get over to the Mexico High School. Guys, best of luck, and we'll have you back again soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
From Mexico High School Wrestling, third place state finishers. As a matter of fact, head coach Jake Vitale, Trevor Cole, Carlos Juarez, Ramirez, our first guests here on the Mexico Ledger Saturday Morning Sports Show. Do want to thank our studio sponsor, as a matter of fact, Slumberland Furniture. This is the last weekend of the President's Day sale. No rugby today, so come out and talk to Andy. He'll get you hooked up on some great mattresses and a lot of great deals. And also other sponsors, United Credit Union, the Weber family of pharmacies, Arthur Center Community Health, and Mexico School District, Vanfar School District, and the Community R6 School District. And bringing in our next group of folks here from Mexico basketball, head coach Darren Pappas, senior Charlie Fisher, and Connor Fisher. And good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Glad to have you all in here, Coach. You finished up the regular season, and now it's going to be a focus going into districts, #1 seed again. Talk a little bit about the finish to the season and what's happening as you get prepared for districts.
Yeah, had that big time win at home on senior night, led by Charlie and Caden Benny. Obviously, big emotional win for us over Moberly, who beat us at their place earlier in the season. That kind of put us back on top of the conference race, and then we knew we had to go to Hannibal on Tuesday, the following Tuesday, to try to seal up the conference outright, and got that win up there as well. It was kind of a grind fest. We had a 14-point lead at one point, and then they cut it to 3, so it was back and forth. But just happy that we came out on top on the road against the Hannibal team, even though the record's not what it should be. They're a really good ball club, and they're going in the right direction. So, and then that pretty much propelled us to get that #1 seed for districts. Obviously, we are in a district that is very loaded. Got a really good teams. Moberly has 18 wins. Hallsville has 18 wins. We have 19 wins. Kirksville has 16 wins. So it's not going to be an easy test by no means. We're going to take it one game at a time. Obviously, we're happy with the 1 seed, but that also puts a bigger target on our back, and we got to be ready to play in that opening round, either against Kirksville or Fulton at Fulton High School.
Charlie Fisher, senior year, going into the district playoffs. I'm sure your goals are way up there, but let's talk about senior night. Moberly, a big win. As a matter of fact, you got back a win that you had dropped to the Spartans earlier in the season. Kind of talk to us a little bit about that game and the 4 seniors as you closed out your home career.
Yeah, it was a great game. I feel like we played a really good second half. They came out hitting a lot of shots, and then we kind of picked it up on defense second half. We were down a decent amount at halftime, but we battled back, and we just kept pushing all the way to the end of the game.
Absolutely. Last year of the North Central Missouri Conference, so you guys are going to be in the history books as the last champions of the NCMC. Talk to us a little bit about what that means, Coach Pappas.
It means a lot. Like I've said before, conference championships by no means not easy to win. It means that you've played well throughout the course of the season. And obviously, we were fortunate enough to be able to bring home another NCMC championship, like you said, in that last and final season of the conference. To go out as reigning champs and to be able to win 5 conference championships in the last 6 years means a lot for us and our program and these guys that have bought into what we've been preaching and teaching every single practice and game. And so really it's them that won all those championships, not Bosco, not myself, not Coach Gleason. It's the players, and it means a lot. They can always look back on their high school careers and say, hey, we won conference, and we did it the right way.
Absolutely. Charlie, I didn't realize this, but I think you got the last point over at the court here at the Mexico High School as we're getting ready to have a new court. Kind of talk to us a little bit about that and what that means. I mean, that's history as well.
Yeah, it means a lot. Obviously, my group of seniors, we've been very successful in the conference. We went 2 years without losing a game, then this year dropped a couple, but still won 8 games, I believe. So, yeah, it means a lot. We've been through a lot this year, a lot of challenges and stuff, but we were able to overcome them, and I think we're playing really good basketball right now.
No doubt.
So.
Connor, I want to bring you into the conversation. You had us all a little bit worried there a couple of weeks ago. I've watched you play basketball at St. Brendan's, and you played some basketball with my son as well, football. And I believe you had a football injury is what had happened, and you were getting ready to go for a surgery. Kind of tell us a little bit about that, and things didn't go exactly as planned, right?
Yep. So the injury happened like last year in like April, but I didn't know what happened, so I was just like playing with it. I played the whole football season with it, and then it just kept coming back and coming back. So we went to the orthopedic group, and they did MRI, and they told me what happened, and I had to get surgery for it, or it would never heal. And so I did, and I thought it'd be a regular surgery, but it went bad, and they said they still don't know what caused all that to happen.
So you were in the ICU for several days. As a matter of fact, I think you had to go over to St. Louis for a little bit. Kind of talk to us about that whole experience. What that was like whenever you were waking up and seeing everybody around you. I think that the first thing that you said is, "Do I have all my clothes on? Am I okay?" Well,
Yep.
Tell us about that.
So when I finally woke up, I didn't remember a whole lot, and I asked what happened, and I had no clue where I was. So, and then my mom told me what all happened, but I was still on a lot of stuff, so I didn't really remember any of that conversations. But
talk to us about your teammates. I was looking at social media posts, and it looked like some of your teammates were coming up to visit you. Family was there. Talk to us about what that meant to you.
Yeah, it meant a lot. I was watching the game, and I saw them have all the banner and all them posters, and it was crazy. All the people in the community come together and support me.
Where are you at in your recovery process now? I know you're on crutches right now, but you'll be off of those soon, and it seems like everything's going pretty well now.
Yep. So they told me I can't have weight on this leg for 2 weeks, and then on Monday I'm going to get a brace, and they're gonna probably plan some physical therapy, and they said I should be all good within 5 months.
5 months, all right. Well, you got back to school almost immediately, so that was a big feather in your cap right there. Coach, again, we want to talk about going into districts. It's at Fulton. How do people get their tickets? I believe that's through Misha. Is that
actually they're gonna do cash at the door.
Wow.
For districts, Fulton's decided to do cash at the door. I know Moberly is going to do the same thing. So if you go watch the girls, it's going to be cash at the door, no digital tickets. So come out, support these guys. Obviously, great to have Connor back with us. He's my go-to guy at halftime to ask him what stats were, and so when he wasn't around, it was kind of like, what do I do now? So it's good to have him back and be with us, and we're just looking forward to the opportunity to compete on Thursday, either against Kirksville or Fulton.
What's your message to the guys going into this tournament, Charlie? What are you telling them?
Just keep playing hard, keep doing what we've been doing. Don't overlook any team we play just because we got the 1 seed. It doesn't mean we haven't won yet. So, we've learned we'll get the best out of teams just because of who we are, who we've been beaten every year. Teams are looking for revenge every single time we play them. So we got to keep coming and keep fighting every game.
Connor, what's your advice to the guys? You get to sit back and kind of take it all in, and what do you tell everybody?
I think we're just the best team by far there. So just got to play good, play the best, and we'll win.
All right. Well, listen, guys, we certainly appreciate you coming in. Wish you the best of luck, and we'd love to have you come back in as you make this journey again into district playoffs.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you so much. Mexico Bulldogs basketball head coach Darren Pappas, senior Charlie Fisher, and Connor Fisher as well. And we do want to thank our sponsors here once again. As a matter of fact, our studio sponsor, Slumberland Furniture of Mexico. As I said before, it is the last weekend of President's Day sale, so get out here, check that out. Say hello to Andy. He's up bright and early this morning, ready to get you some deals. Also, the United Credit Union, Weber Family of Pharmacies, the Arthur Center Community Health, Mexico School District, Community R6 School District, and the Van Far School District. Big thanks to all of our sponsors who make this possible. And we do want to bring in our next guest here. As a matter of fact, my old broadcast partner, the icon, Nick Thomas, joins us here.
I don't know about that.
Absolutely. Nick, we're glad to have you in here this morning, and thanks for coming out.
Thanks for having me.
Well, you had some exciting news that you were sharing on your social media a little over a week ago, and you've got the MU hat on today. So just kind of share that news with us, if you will.
Well, I'm going to be doing some PA announcing for Mizzou baseball this year. Not all of their home games, but 14 of them. There's 38 home games in a year, so they keep us on a 2 to 3 man rotation to not put all the workload on one guy. So I'm honored to have some of those games, get that opportunity, and it was kind of one of those no-brainer opportunities. Like when they asked me I was interested, I said yes, absolutely interested, and to be that guy and getting to be one of the PA announcers for Mizzou it's a dream come true.
Yeah, absolutely. How'd you find out about this? When did you get the call that you were going to be doing some work for MU baseball?
So it was probably a few weeks ago. A friend of mine that still works in the athletic department, still goes to school there, who I went to school with at Paris. He texted me and said they were looking for somebody, and to do some baseball games and do some PA work. And first, I kind of had to double take. I was like, "Is this real?"
You're right.
I not because I knew it was because it was a friend of mine, and I know who it was, Chris. And anyway, I was like, "Yes, absolutely interested." And I even texted my wife because I'm gone a lot during basketball season, with the Country 96 and also Prepcast Centralia. So I texted my wife. I was like, "Hey, this is legit. Do you think I should do it?" And she was like, "Yes, you should 100% do it." So,
Double yes.
But yeah, that's kind of how it all came together. They reached out, and they wanted me to send them a couple sound bites of some lines that they wanted me to read, and they liked it, and had a meeting with them, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
Very nice. We're excited for you. A lot of people recognize your voice because you, as you say, do a lot of high school sports, basketball, football. I think you started announcing Paris youth football. Is that where you originally got your start? Is that right?
Pretty much. Like when I was in high school, called the Paris youth football games, did some PA there, did some junior high football games, and that's kind of where I got started as far as PA work goes. That's as far as radio and play-by-play. I didn't really get that until I got to college. Started working with Prepcast, who I'm still with today. Went to school at UCM in Warrensburg, called a lot of Warrensburg games, Smith Cotton games, Boonville games, and did some UCM games for our campus radio station, and actually did PA for UCM volleyball too. So, any experience I could get, I tried to get. That's kind of what I believe led me to the Mizzou baseball opportunity, is just trying to, just have that belief that, anytime you get an opportunity, try to take it, because you never know who's going to hear you. You never know what it's going to lead to. And it all really just started from Paris youth football when I was in high school.
Absolutely. Talk to us about, some of your favorite parts of broadcasting high school and football games. Is it talking to the students, the coaches, just being around that atmosphere?
For sure. Talking to the coaches, getting to know the students. I've had a lot of great interviews. Darren Pappas, who's just in here, I love talking to him, and Mackenzie Mudd too, and of course Steve Haig with football.
The mayor.
The mayor, yeah. Steve Haig with football. Man, he gives some great interviews. I love talking to him, and of course our coaches at Centralia, Megan Brinkman, Brandon Kreitz, and of course my brothers too, Garrett and Alex. But yeah, all of the coaches in our area are great. They. And I love getting to know them and going around different schools and seeing a lot of teams. But really, probably my favorite part of doing this is, creating those memories that student athletes can go back and rewatch, re-listen to someday. Because getting somebody's 1,000th point or somebody's milestone win in their coaching career. Or, kind of like the Ethan Ross slam dunk we had the other night at South Callaway. That was a big one.
Yes.
Or Ryan Gordon's 1,000 point at Centralia. Or Kerrigan Fimler's 1,000 point at West Strand. Those are moments that I'm happy, that I feel honored to be a part of. And, have that opportunity to give them that memory where they can go back and relive it.
Absolutely. What advice would you give to high school students who want to get into the broadcasting game? I know that, I talk to a lot of students and they're like, wow, I would like to do that someday. Kind of, lay that out. What's the path that they can do to get up in the booth, if you will?
Well, with me, it was I didn't really get into the broadcasting booth. I mean, the PA booth got in when I was in high school, but as far as broadcasting, when I got to college, I just try to, best advice I can give, take any opportunity you can get. It's and don't be afraid to reach out. Colby Mitchell, he's he's young. He's at William Woods, and now he's calling games on KXCO for Mexico basketball. Does some of the games on 95.7, and so that's just don't be afraid to reach out. See opportunities, see what you can do, and just like I said, when you get into college, just get to work. Matt Clark, he does a lot. Seems like every night he's in a different spot. He's calling a high school game, or he's down at Rolla, or in St. Louis calling the Billikens game. So just any opportunity you can get, take it, and don't be afraid to go out there and try to find them too.
Very nice. Talked to us last night. We're going to get into some high school basketball here in just a minute, but last night, the game that you did, tell us a little bit about that.
So it was the Centralia Father Tolton girls game. It was a 67-48 win for the Lady Panthers. Third district championship in a row for Coach Brinkman and the Lady Panthers. So it was good. Father Tolton came out with a lot of intensity. Kind of like we expected. Very athletic team, very well coached, and I thought Coach Brinkman and the Lady Panthers did a really good job matching that energy, and kind of went toe for toe with them. But then Father Tolton ran just about every zone defense they had in their arsenal, and they just found a way through. Ryan Gordon had 26 points. Braylon Brunkhorst had 18. Brooklyn Harden, who's really come alive the second half of the year, had 9 points, and then Elon Bostic had 8. So really the whole team is just finding more and more ways to contribute. And then in the second half is really where they created that separation, turned some defense and offense, and they run the floor really well. Centralia does. And but yeah, Father Tolton's a tough team to do that against, and I think that was definitely a testament to where they are. And now they've got an opportunity to play a sectional game on Monday versus Dixon.
Yeah, 6 p.m. Monday night. Is that a game you'll be doing?
Yep.
All right.
We'll be there with Centralia Prepcast, and we'll have the district championship today for the Panthers 2 versus North Callaway. So
Panther boys, North Callaway Thunderbird boys, 1 o'clock tip, is that right?
Yep, 1 o'clock tip.
And you'll be on that game, so tune in for that. We do want to go over a couple of other news and notes. Community R6 made it to district championship game last night, first time in 3 years. Lady Trojans losing to the number 1 seed, Cairo, 73-39, but great season for Peyton Beamer. Of course, Coach Bob Curtis is a legend, and congratulations to that team. As you said, Centralia Lady Panthers beat Father Tolton 67-48. Vanfar boys had their season come to an end Thursday night, losing to Clopton. We want to say congratulations to head coach Pat Conaway.
Yes.
Iconic career for Coach Conaway. Vanfar girls losing to Louisiana in a close one, 46-42. And of course, Mexico Lady Bulldogs basketball team playing in Moberly, round 1 of the districts. That'll be Wednesday night in Moberly. Might be a game that you're doing as well.
I'm not too sure. We'll have to wait and see what we've got going on. Obviously, if the Centralia boys win today, we'll play on Tuesday night at Lynn versus I think Dixon's the number 1 seed on the boys' side too. And then if win those games, hopefully we'll play more than likely Principia in the. I mean, nothing against. Unless Highland's got a good basketball team too, so they might give Principia a run for their money. So hopefully playing some quarterfinal basketball too. But if not, I absolutely want to try to see if I can get over to Moberly and Fulton to try to catch the Bulldogs too, and maybe call some if I get the opportunity.
We'd love it. Thanks for coming by. We'll have you back again soon. Once again, our sponsors, Slumberland Furniture of Mexico, United Credit Union, Weber Family of Pharmacies, Arthur Center Community Health, Mexico School District, Community R6 School District, and the Vanfar School District. I'm Matt Pilger, and this has been another edition of the Mexico Ledger Saturday Morning Sports Show, live from Slumberland.